Hello YouTube, welcome to the Gym of All Trades channel. Glad you are here. Um, yeah, let's look into the charts tonight and see what's going on. We are approaching the yellow line of death here in Litecoin. We need to make sure that we don't cross it. If we do, then something else is going on, so we want to take a peek at that. So glad you're here tonight. We're going to look at Litecoin. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin, and we need to be very cautious here at this area of the charts. Okay. All right. Don't forget, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a chartist. I am a Elliott Wave trader as well. Let me just take a second and just invite you to. Not here. I invite you to the Litecoin swing trading community right here on Facebook. This is where a bunch of us are here on. Yeah, there we go. We're here as traders. We're here as people trying to learn. There's people of different backgrounds and places in the world, and it's just a great bunch of people. And we don't allow spam in, we don't allow mean people in, so it's just really a good place. And so you can see where Mr. Gary George there is. Posted something about Elliott Wave there, and that's awesome. And you can see how Craig Bartel has offered his video. He gives a video every day, as I do. So yeah, I want to just invite you here. Come join and just join. Answer the 3 questions. We don't let anybody in if you don't answer those questions. All right. Do also have a Gym of All Trades Discord. The link will be in the description as well. It's not super active. I just don't have time. I'm working. I just started it, and I just haven't had a chance. Hopefully later in the year, I'm going to shift to full-time day trading. But until then, I'm just doing what I can. All right. Let's jump into the charts. We're on the 2-hour chart right now. Our macro count this is the fifth wave. Okay, this is the 5th and final wave of our move to the upside. We need to understand that what has just transpired over the last day has been very volatile, and we want to be aware that there's a possibility that this wave is complete, that we could. I don't like the count. I wouldn't like it, but if we put 3 here, 4 here, and then 5 up here, and then we're finished. There's a potential for that. I want you to be aware of it. So understand that. I don't like that. It doesn't look good to me, but there's a potential for that. And that would be an ending diagonal. And then we would be looking for downside here. This would be a 1, 2. We're making the 3 wave to the downside. That's if that count is correct. Let's see if I can get us back. So if this count is correct, then what we're looking at is, excuse me, what we're looking at is we need a 5th wave up to the upside. Okay, that's what I'm kind of looking for. I'm kind of leaning into this count as well, but we want to be aware. So how do we know which count is correct and which one's going to happen? Well, nobody knows what's going to happen, but what do we look for in order to validate that particular count? Well, we want to see if this 4 wave here that we have marked, if we cross this line and go deeper than this line, then this is finished up here. This is not the 4. This was the 4 wave, but chances are this is indeed a 4. We have broken the trend line. Generally, the 4 wave is what breaks the trend line. Sucks a lot of traders to a particular opposite trade. Then there's one more push to the upside, and then we follow with the downside. So yeah, this is just a precursor to what's coming after this 5th wave is complete, if I'm correct in this count. So just realize how fast and volatile it came down today. It's going to come down even harder, most likely, once this wave is complete. So let's be aware of that and be careful. So is there a trade here? I think there is. I think there is, provided that this is indeed a 4 wave, and we got a trade to the upside. So what are we looking at? Well, I'd like to see divergence start happening on the 2-hour chart. That's the first thing I want to see. So I'd like to see another push to the downside that's weak, so that the RSI comes down here, but it doesn't break the low. It creates divergence. So we get a lower low in price, but a higher low in the RSI. I'd like to see that divergence happen before we enter the trade. So we'll watch if price starts coming down below and making a new low. We'll watch this and see what it does. If it comes down volatilely and strongly, then it's going to make a new low on the RSI, and it won't create the divergence. The divergence indicates we have price reversal coming imminent. So we want to be aware of that possibility. Okay. Now let's zoom into this wave here and see what we have going on. It's a really challenging wave to handle, but it just probably looks like it's an expanded flat is all it is. We had let me go into the 30-minute. You can see it. Um, I'm gonna get the RSI off the chart. There we go. An expanded flat. I talked about this in the last video, but I'll just mention it again. An expanded flat correction is when you have an ABC, A, and then the B breaks the plane of the top of A, okay, and then C continues on down. You can see that we have, the wave structure here is it's more like an ABC, ABC. I was looking for 5 waves here. This could be 1, 2, 3, could have to come up here for 4 and then come down for 5. I don't know. Or this is 1, 2, 3, 4. We've already made it and we've got to come down for 5. When the market makers just do these kind of dumps like that, it's just really hard to count the waves. But chances are the 4 is in and we're going to come down for a 5th wave. Most likely, that's what I'm expecting, especially the way price is looking. Let's zoom into the 15-minute or 10-minute chart maybe and look at this wave being formed here. Okay, this right here is a corrective ABC. Comes to the 1276 when you put the extensions, the fib extensions, and measure that wave. Let's measure it so you can see it. There we go. You can see how it came and tagged the 1276, and so that's corrective. And so that means we need to make 5 waves to the downside. Okay. Uh, so the question is that 5 waves to the downside? And this is going up from there? That is a possibility, but to me, it just doesn't look right. Doesn't look right. This looks very 3-wave-ish. So what else could be happening? Well, this also could be an expanded flat as well. This could be A. This could be B, and now we're making C to the upside. We need 5 waves to the upside, and this could be our 4 wave, and then we still have to come down for another 5. So that's a potential count. I want you to be aware of that. This looks so 3-wave-ish right there. So that means we should have A once this is finished. We should have this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's going to feel like we're going up, and then we're going to end up coming back down. That's a potential. What would that look like if that's the case? I don't know if it's the case or not, guys. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing here, what it looks like. We'd be going up for 125 would be our high if that is indeed the case. All right. Let's see here. Now, I'm looking for more downside here. I don't want to break this yellow line of death, so 107.27 looks like our ultimate low there for this wave, and so if this breaks that plane, we have something else going on. Excuse me. So yeah, I don't know exactly what's happening. So let's just watch this. Let's talk about what this could be right here. Let's zoom into the 5-minute chart and throw some fibs on that and just do a little bit of measuring and see what we have here. Looks like it could be a ABC as well. We've got a 1, 2, and we're going up for 3. So what would that look like? A, B. Looks like a flat being made. It's actually at the 1-to-1 extension. If it comes down to 112.30, that would be the 1276. It could come on down even further as well to retrace and test this low. So not sure what's happening there, but my guess is that this is going to reverse here pretty soon and head to the upside. So that's what I'm looking for Litecoin. But if it doesn't, it should come down, and I'm hoping to get a bounce here off of the 107, 108. 107.27, 108 in that ballpark, and then we have a substantial move to the upside. That's my hope. We'll see if we get it. We'll see what we get. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and see if there's any correlation in what's going on. Now, this is a very, very strong move to the downside, and it looks very 5-wave-ish. Okay, so basically, if we were to count that, this to me looks. Let's see if I can get the fibs on this guy. 1. That looks very 1, 2-ish. But It might be three waves. This might be A, B, and then we're making the C. Um, that may be the case. We're not sure, so I'm not positive. But here's the 1-to-1 extension and the 1276. It looks like we're going to be coming down here to the 1276. If we get a bounce off of that level there, then this is an ABC, and then we're heading to the upside. If we get the bounce. If we continue on down to the 1618, this is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to come down for 5. We're going to be coming down even lower than that. Okay, so we want to be mindful of that. So here's a potential. This could be just could be a regular zigzag. So if that's the case, it's going to look something like this: A, B, and then we're making C right here, and we may come down here. This looks like it wants to come down. If it doesn't, what it'll do is it'll just, this will be a 1, 2, and then it'll go on 3, 4, 5 like that. It'll go on up to the upside like that. So that's a potential as well. So if we don't break this bottom, that's a good entry for Bitcoin to head on up. So we'll be watching for that as well. So, but it looks like it's wanting to come on down right now, but you never know. It could go on to the upside. So we'll see. Let's watch that. The 1276 is 10,000, right at the 10,000 mark, pretty much, and that's what I've been calling you since yesterday's video as well. So that's a potential. This is blue line. Here's a structure area from the left side. It is a place that we need to be watching for, and it's also a Fibonacci level, so for a correction. So that would mean if we get a bounce there, that would be fantastic for Bitcoin. That means we're going to the moon. James at the water cooler. No, this isn't Crypto Kirby, is it? No. Anyway, yeah, we might be heading up even higher to the 14.5 level, or even higher to the 17,000 level. So we want to be watching that for sure. So just take a peek in that. All right, I hope this update's helped you. Just want you guys to be smart. Please trade with stops. This was a volatile move, and if you didn't have stops in place, you probably got wrecked. So please, please, please put stops in place. You'd rather lose $100 or $200 than $1,000 because you let you let price run on you and you weren't there to stop the trade out. You can't always be watching the trades. And in fact, as fast as price, I mean, I watched the move last night happen, and it moved $4 or $5 within seconds. I mean, literally seconds. And so, guys, you're not always going to have time. Then you're deer in the headlights, and then you're like, oh, it's got to bounce, and it doesn't bounce, it just keeps going. So you just need to have the stops in place so it takes care of it for you on the way down. All right, so please, please, please trade with stops, especially if you're trying to catch the bottom of these wicks here to catch these reversals. All right, you guys have a fantastic evening. I hope this update's been helpful to you. I'll see you on Friday. I'll try to get a video done in the morning. We'll see if we can. Bye-bye.